So we are the students of SOIL PGPM PLP cohort. I am Devi and he's Satyam. With me are Satyam and Divya. So we will be sharing you some insiders perspective and how is our SOIL's experience so far? How is the college's experience so far? What made us join SOIL? And what and how our decision making process has been to join SOIL. So before that, allow me to share my screen and show a short slideshow. Just let me know if you can see the screen. Satyam, can you see the screen?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, they were visible,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's visible, Devi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So, hello everyone. So we are here to give you some insider's perspective. So you are about to hear from us in these agendas. So our agenda of this webinar is majorly highlighting the benefits of one-year MBA, removing the MBA related myths that some of you might be having in your mind. What are the scholarships and funding SOIL is offering? And after the PPT, after the session, there will be a short question and answer sessions where we'll be taking up queries and we'll be answering them. So let us introduce ourselves first. I am Devi Prasad Ray. I have joined SOIL this last year and I am from the PGPM BLP cohort. I have taken marketing as my specialization and analytics as my minor. So prior to joining SOIL, I was associated with Godrej and Boyce, which is a consumer durable company. So being from the consumer durables industry, I was further into warehousing and logistics, where I was in charge of 3 divisions and I handled a team of 10 members. The major responsibilities which was handed over to me was of inventory management, primary and secondary outbound and inbound of materials, tracking mechanisms, and managing the freight, managing all the uh, and all the demand forecast stations and everything. So that was my industry experience so far. Prior, prior to that, I was a BCom graduate and I had my honors in accounting. So during my time in Godrej, after a certain period of time, I decided to join, to start my MBA career. And why I decided to join, I'll be elaborating on that after some time. So let's have a brief introduction from Satyam and Divya as well. Satyam, would you mind to carry on?
Yeah, sure, Devi. Thank you so much for introducing, giving a brief about me. But I would like to elaborate and give more understanding about who I am, from where I belong. So first of all, welcome you all to this session. Definitely, we will have a great interaction ahead. But before that, as you know, my name is Satyam Pradhan. I belong to a place called Odisha. And I have nearly 2.5 years of experience in the industry. I have worked on 2 industry mainly. One was manufacturing. The second was edtech. Before that, I did my engineering from MET University, Rajasthan, in mechanical engineering. Got a lot of understanding of where I need to work. But luckily, I got into sales and marketing division of Ratnamani Technocast, which is a manufacturing industry. There I learned a lot of about, you can say, CRM tools. And apart from that, what exactly B2B marketing is, how we need to deal about big clients, how B2B sales goes on, what is the process and all. Post that, I also joined a startup. This was a really interesting journey for me, where I work with AdSkill Technologies Private Limited. What they do, basically, it's about training and placement for full stack development. Yes, full stack development was not a thing for me, which I knew before, but after working with them, got an understanding. So that was a really interesting journey for me. Later to that, when I was in the company learning a lot of new tools, a lot of new technology, then I thought about and explored what exactly I need to do next, right? And that is where I got a question about is MBA will be the right thing for me right now, that I have gotten good understanding in the market and I have learned a lot of new things, and now is the stage where I need to go and explore myself more. So I started exploring, and I shortlisted few colleges and what you can say exams I need to give. And then SOIL came into my you can say notice. I explored what they do exactly, and the most interesting thing about SOIL was about their curriculum, definitely first, and apart from that, the extra thing they do, which is something called SIP program, and apart from that, what RA research assistant provides us to learn new things. So these were the few things which made me shortlist SOIL, and I can proudly say that definitely this journey has been great for me right now. Yes, the time is left for me in the college, but yes, definitely have got a lot of good understanding about what MBA is. And definitely you will be, if you will be here, you will be also getting a lot of exposure. And I can proudly say that I'm a SOIL student and have learned a lot of things. So I will pass on to Divya to give a small introduction about herself.
Thanks, Satyam, for your nice intro. I would like to take forward. Hello, everybody. I'm Divya Singh. Here in SOIL, I have taken analytics as major and marketing as minor. And talking about my past, I had done electronics and communication engineering from Galgodias University. I had passed out in the year 2019, and post that I was selected in Bharti Airtel, and there I was working as network engineer, which was a complete technical role. So, and I have an experience of around 3 years. So after completing almost 2 years in Airtel, I realized that I need to do MBA further. So I was looking for a few good colleges, and like with my job itself, I was preparing for CAT, and then I gave CAT, and I almost scored like a good score, I can say. It was around 85 percentile. And then I applied for few colleges, and SOIL was one of them. And why I chose SOIL is only because like they offer something which other colleges don't. Like they focus more on values and leadership, which I also align to. So like that is my reason of joining SOIL. And like I'll answer your further questions towards the end. Let's move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Satyam and Divya. So, moving forward, I'll be clearing what and how are the myths related to MBA or 1 year MBA that I'm sure a lot of you might be having in your mind right now. So, I'm sure as before, prior to 1 year, even I was at the other side of the table, and I had the exact same thinking and exact same thoughts going on in my head as well. So, these are some of the things that every one of you might be thinking, that MBA is for engineers because they excel more and they take out of it more. But let me say you, it's not. It's not. MBA is not exactly for engineers. Neither MBA requires a business background. So we also have in mind that people with a financial background can easily qualify the MBA exams and everything. Let me clear that it's not. We in our cohort, we have an average experience of around 3.34 years. The average age of our cohort is 26.4 years. So let me tell you that the number of students we have in our cohort, they belong to diverse backgrounds. Every one of them is specifically so diverse that starting from consumer durables, starting from marketing, starting from electronics, starting from industries like healthcare, IT, and analytics, data science, FMCG, health, a lot of industries collided and formed a cohort like where we are studying right now. So it's not necessary that MBA requires a specific business background or you need to be an engineer. As you can see that I have my graduation in commerce. So it's not necessary that you need to have an engineering degree and that holds a value for you. Rest of it doesn't. It's nothing like that. MBA doesn't even require a business background. MBA is and will instill the business in you. So you don't have to worry for it. You can actually go for it without any sort of predominant thinking regarding these factors. So another thing that we think about is only CAT can get you into a good MBA college. That's not the fact. let me tell you, SOIL accepts score like CMAT, NMAT, and I personally had my experience with SOIL. I applied from my NMAT score, which was on a higher end. And NMAT, to be honest, is a moderate level exam, but it's very fast. It's actually more into a competitive exam, more of a competitive exam which plays on time. So let me tell you, a score of around or above 190 to 200 is great for your NMAT score. You can apply for SOIL. When it comes to CAT, a score of around more than 80 percentile, more than 75 percentile will do for you. When it comes to CMAT, a score of around 80 to 85 will do for you. So you don't need to worry about the scores. You actually, even if you have got an average score with any of the exams that you have appeared for, you can get in touch with the admissions team and you can actually call them up and ask them if they're accepting the score or not. They will give you a better clarification and they will let you know, and they will actually let you know of what you need to do and what's the next exam that possibly you can take and get admissions into the college. So that's not a thing to worry about. Another major thing that this also I had in my mind as well before 1 year.
Devi,
Yeah.
I would like to remind you of STAT also. Like you can talk about STAT that SOIL conducts. STAT exam.
Yeah. The STAT exam is also there. Yeah. Thanks for reminding Divya. You can also take the STAT exam, and the SOIL conducts that exam specifically to get only applicants for SOIL. So apart from that, I'd like to highlight that part-time MBA is equivalent to PGPM. No, it's not. PGPM is something very different. PGPM is a full-time course. It's a residential course. We don't have our hostel in our campus, but certainly PGPM at any other college, if you have researched well, you have seen what's the course about, you will get to know that it's a residential course and you have to attend the classes offline as of now. Because right now the hybrid model is not into work, is not functioning, and it's not. Part-time MBA is something that you do for a certain period of time, and you don't actually have to attend the classes every day. That's a certain phase. That's a certain, it's divided into months where your classes are scheduled. It divided into your exams. A specific duration of your exams is shared with you, and that time you're required to be there in the college to give it. So these two are both entirely very different things. So it's not equivalent to PGPM, let me tell you that. So if you're thinking that, then you're wrong. If you're going for a PGPM, if you want to change your industry, if you are not working right now, if you have left your organization, then I'd suggest that go for a PGPM rather than a part-time MBA. I'd like Satyam to take over for the benefits of 1-year MBA.
Sure, Devi. Thank you so much. I think you have justified the myths of MBA very well. So going forward, guys, benefits of 1 MBA is a lot of benefits. Definitely, I can say after experiencing 8 to 10 months here. Definitely, there is less opportunity cost. Why is that? Because when you go for a 2-year MBA, you are spending 2 years of time there. But when it is 1 year, you know that you are focused towards it, what exactly you are coming here to do. Apart from that, when you take a decision to do 1-year MBA, you are planning something, you have something that, as you know, that it's a course for experienced people. So you have already got an understanding of the industry, the work you have done already. So definitely it allows you to save time, money, and within 1 year, it will be you can say very fast process where you need to adjust yourself. And as the industry is changing very fast, so that will help you to understand where and exactly which point you need to adjust at what situation. Now, it's also helped you to restart your career faster. Definitely, I am the biggest example here because I come from a very different background of manufacturing and edtech. And right now, fortunately, I have been placed and I'm going into an IT industry. So that is a switch you get, right? So it allows you to think about more what you need to explore. Sometimes we get into some companies or we get into some industry where we see that we have grown ourselves or we are thinking of doing something more because the industry also requires a lot of diverse thing you should have. So that allows you to restart your careers very fast within a year. Now, the very important thing is focused curriculum. When we are, I would not compare to a 2-year MBA, but in 1-year MBA, what I have noticed is that the course is very related and concise. The exact thing what you need to learn, that will be only delivered, where you will also feel very enthusiastic about learning things in a very quick manner, and it allows you to apply that in your practical projects or live projects which you will be doing in the industry or in the college, or maybe with your peers, where you will be working with them when the teacher will be assigning or the professor will be assigning to you. So that is very important, and that has plays very vital role not only in learning but also in my interview part. Now, the most and foremost important thing is networking. Today world is going towards networking. If your network is strong, you have more value, right? So we have been listening a lot of time that network is your, you can say in a way, net worth what you have, right? Apart from learning, apart from in which company you will be getting placed, think about the peers you will be getting. All the people have a different background, a good experience. You will be interacting with not only 50-60 people, but more than 100 people here, and you will know a perspective about how a different industry works. You obviously know your industry, but what about different industry? What about a data analyst? What about a business development executive? What about a supply chain executive? So all the understanding you will be getting when you sit for a case study you will be doing, or for example, any kind of project you will be doing, that understanding you will get here, and in that way you will create your network for lifetime. Now, as I already mentioned about restart your career faster, it also allows you to give you a career switch. A lot of time it happens that we work for an industry specifically for 4-5 years, but our interest also changes time to time, right? And MBA, 1-year MBA will give that, you can say, concise platform where you can allow yourself to learn and also switch the career as soon as possible. Rather than going for 2-year MBA, you have to spend dedicated 2 years to that and then switch, right? So definitely there is some benefit of 2-year or 1 year, but for me, definitely I would say 1 year was the best choice I would have taken, and I can definitely say that a lot of things have changed for me before and post MBA. So that is all the benefits what I would like to mention for 1-year MBA. Over to you, Devi.
Yeah. So from now, Divya will be taking ahead. Divya, could you just explain the participants why SOIL and what's the benefits of joining SOIL?
Yeah, sure. Like first and the foremost thing which we at SOIL advertise is leadership and values. Like Anil sir, everyone knows, is the founder of SOIL, and he focuses very much on leadership and values. So there are many like many subjects in our course which involves leadership skills and values. Like we focus more on these things, like not exactly more, but yeah, a proper focus is given to leadership and values, as we have subjects like leadership skills, business communication, negotiation skills. These all subjects will help you to like enhance your personal being. So one of the point is this, and the other is like here at SOIL, we like right now our placement is going on, but other years we have talked to our alumni and we have got to know that there have always been 100% placement, so you don't have to worry about your placement, you will get placed for sure. And the other thing is like industry relevant curriculum and experienced faculty. Here at SOIL, we have combination, like a very good combination of visiting faculties as well as our own faculties. They're all they have all come from different industries. They have all have good experience, and they teach in a very industry led way. So that is also a good thing for the students here. And then there is mentorship and experiential learning. Mentorship as in here at SOIL, like SOIL provides internal mentorship and external mentorship. Internal mentor is your own faculty who teaches at SOIL. An external mentor is somebody from the industry under whom you will be learning new things, and it's completely up to you. You can connect to that person formally, informally, and as many times as you want. It depends on your connection with your external mentor, and trust me, it helps a lot because the person on the other side has got a lot of experience. Like my own mentor has an experience of around 30-40 years, and and that too in different backgrounds. So if at all I have any question, he is capable of answering all my questions, and it helps a lot. And then talking about the consortium partners and the industry network, like I believe all of you must have gone through the SOIL site. There you must have noticed that SOIL has been created by 32 multinational and Indian companies. Like they have all joined together to to come up with a college which focuses more on leadership and values. The only idea behind making SOIL was that people wanted, like, we have managers, we have good workers, but we lack good leaders. So SOIL focuses on creating good leaders, and hopefully we will all become in future we'll all become good leaders. So let's hope for that. So next, Devi, back to you.
Thank you, Divya. You elaborated the thing very well. So the programs offered in SOIL, as you have already researched in the website probably, are one-year flagship PGPM program, which is BLP, Business Leadership, where you get the option of choosing a specialization of marketing, analytics, or finance. Another one is one-year PGPM in HR, which is the flagship program of SOIL. So these are the two programs which are offered, and these are the two programs where cohorts are divided amongst. Moving forward to the career services and placement details. So I belong to the placement committee of our college. And so far, as Divya mentioned, that our placement procedure is on the way. So I'd like to tell you that almost 75% of the batch is placed, and we are going at a good pace right now. And we expect the entire placement procedure to be over by February end week or March first week by max. So CMS, the Career Management Services, is they act as the partner in career planning, readiness, and placements. They identify the interest areas, many career-focused activities like IDP, Individual Development Plan, group discussions, interview preparation sessions, industry leadership talks, mentorship by industry leaders. Programs like this always are in the pipeline along with the academics that you go through in this 1 year. So usually these sessions are provided after the college hours, after the academic session is over mainly. So these are the sessions, and yeah, these are the figures as you can see in the PPT that so far the highest we have gone is 19 lakhs, and the average is currently running around 11 lakhs. So this is the average post MBA salary increase that all of our students have got as of now. And this is the number of companies participated so far. So apart from that, planning your career, how do you need to plan your MBA career and what do you need to do? What are the necessities? I think Satyam, you can take this ahead.
Sure, Devi. Thank you so much. If I definitely share my journey, how basically it has gone from day one. Guys, understand when you are here for day one, you can say 1 year MBA, you need to plan things in a very well way. Why I'm saying that? Because it will be like very fast and the time will be clicking around and you will be seeing that already 3 months or 6 months will be gone. And if you don't plan it accordingly, it will be very difficult for you to you can say catch the pace of learning. Apart from that, you will be also stressed about your placements. You will be doing a lot of things. So what will happen is that when you come here, you will interact with a lot of people. You will interact with a lot of teachers. So from day one, you have to understand what's your goal and objective, right? That has to be clear so that you are not distracted. And definitely, guys, when you are here investing a lot of money, a lot of time, your precious time, you also need to understand why you are here. If you are clear with that, that allows you to always be on the line, right? When you are preparing for something, you have to plan. So when you are here from day one itself, you need to be clear. Apart from that, when you are here, network with alumni, network with you can say people who are in the industry. Create your LinkedIn profile very strong. If you have already done that, that's excellent. But there is always a scope of improvement. So look forward what industry is looking forward, what is happening in the industry. And most important thing, you have to be aware about you can say current trends. You can go through newspapers and all, and that will allow you to understand more about that, right? When we talk about internships or anything you want to do, definitely that's your choice if you have the time, because I can personally relate that when I joined SOIL, I was doing an internship with a company. And I did that for 3 to 4 months, and then I left it. So that depends on me whether I'm able to match, or you can say uh, manage everything with the curriculum. And apart from that, if I'm getting extra time, I'm dedicating to that. Yes, it allows you to get extra experience, extra learning, but you have to plan that accordingly so that you don't miss out on anything. Apart from that, there are a lot of clubs which will be there here. You need to see which clubs you more align to, what you are here for, what you want to learn more. This all things will allow you to decide. There will be also a lot of things which will be happening, like we will be here. There is a council which will be formed when you come here. It's a student council. It's a student driven college, so definitely the council will handle everything. You need to sue if you, when we talk about leadership, that is where a vital role play. When you will be in the student council, you will get a chance to lead people, motivate them, and also look forward to your batch, what exactly needs to be done, so that you are having that exclusive knowledge and capabilities as a batch and as a cohort. Apart from that, as Divya was mentioning about internal and external mentorship, that also will be very vital thing for you, which you need to plan from day one. What exactly you need to ask them. It's not always about what they have. It's also about what you ask to them, because they have a lot of things in their plate. You need to get out of that, right? You have to ask relevant questions, relevant connection you have to make, so that they also understand how much enthusiastic you are, right? And now you guys will be also applying for a lot of scholarships and all. If fortunate, you will be also getting a position of research assistant. There also you will be learning a lot of things, where you will be getting work from you can say the college side. You will be doing a lot of things. You will also make connection not only with the teachers. Apart from that, you will be also making connection outside. So these are all few things which you have to keep in mind when you are joining here. And from day one itself, you need to be what I can say is that buckle up your seat and enjoy the journey, right? I know there will be ups and downs. So there will be time where your friends will be getting placed and you are sitting and just observing them, but you need to get motivated from that. You need to learn from it, and eventually I guess the journey will be very excellent for you guys. So over to you, Devi.
Thank you, Satyam, for putting that up very nicely. So I'll be stopping the screen share. Thank you. Uh, so we can take up queries right now, or Satyam and Divya, do you want to elaborate on like, and how has term one, term two, term three been?
I would like to talk more about scholarship, because this is something very important. Like when we were applying, we were also looking for the same thing. So I would like to tell you all that all three of us, we have got scholarship. And for that scholarship, we were definitely meritorious, and because of that only we got. But apart from that, we are also working as a research assistant here in different teams. So me and Satyam, we are in consulting team, and we work with the like actual consulting team who works for Anil sir. And there we get we get to like we get to work on the consulting projects that the consulting team gets. So that is also an experience, like that's also an live experience of working on some live project. So like if at all you're not doing any internship, you will definitely get an experience of working with consulting team, which is something is booming in the industry right now. So and I think Devi is working in the marketing RA team.
I'd like to correct you, Divya. Actually, I have not taken the scholarship from the college
Okay.
because, rightly pointed by you, I know how important is it and how important it is to at least know about it. Unfortunately, I wasn't aware of this, and the webinars I attended before joining my colleges, they didn't throw much light on this subject. Thank you, Divya, for taking that up and bringing it to that notice. I honestly urge you guys, those who are looking for scholarships and those who are looking for admissions, please go through the scholarship details that's mentioned in the website very carefully. And there is a breakout of procedure and steps you need to follow to attain that scholarship. Please go for it and wait for your turn, because SOIL, it's a very negligible chance if SOIL rejects someone's scholarship, I think. you will get a scholarship, and that actually plays a very pivotal role. And apart from that, you get a stipend of 10,000 per month, which is again very beneficial for you when you stay outdoors, when you stay away from your home. It comes in handy, trust me. So go for it. Don't make the mistake that I made 1 year back. So just explore that division pretty well. So
Very
Satyam,
true.
why don't you tell us something more about how your day at SOIL looks like, and well, how's it been?
Sure.
After that, we'll start taking the questions from the participants we have.
Sure, Devi. Devi, am I visible properly?
Yeah, you are now.
Yeah.
You.
Okay. So when I talk about day at SOIL, it's really interesting. The first SEM would be very tight for everyone. There are a lot of classes. Apart from that, it always has a eagerness of completing the class and going for something else and doing. So as Divya was mentioning about, we were RA consulting and we were doing a lot of things which was helping us to not only learn, and apart from that, we were also learning a lot of new things from their side. I personally was very confused about going for analytics or marketing. So talking to them as a RA, the teachers who were assigned or the team which were assigned, it gave me a clear perspective about what exactly I need to do. Now, if I talk about specific the day at SOIL, definitely the interesting thing what we have in our SOIL is morning circle, right? So we start the morning circle at 8:50. It's like a circle where we stand together and we you can say abide by our values and the compassion or the pillars of SOIL, and according to that we share our you can say viewpoint or anything what we have or what we have experienced. Yes, the first 2 months will be, you will be sharing your insight or experience about how SOIL journey has been. Moving forward, there will be a lot of interactions. There will be a lot of discussion on various topics, which will help you not only in the interview perspective, but also in terms of knowledge gathering, right? So that start our day. It's at 15 to 20 minutes of morning circle. Then we have classes from 9:15. It goes on till 4:45. There is a lunch break at 12:30 to 1:30. We sit there. There is a lot of recreational things like pool and table tennis, and there are a lot of interesting stories also. People who do not even know how to play table tennis, now they are at a good stage and they tell that even in their interviews, and that's really interesting. And when companies ask that what exactly you have done different, and they say that I was a person who was not knowing even know how to catch a table tennis bat, and now I, you can say, know very well, and even I win from people who were already playing table tennis or pool before. So that is how your journey goes on. You interact, you have fun. Definitely, this will be a roller coaster journey for you guys, but you have to enjoy the process. If you take stress very much, then it's your loss in a way. But eventually, you will be at a place like Gurgaon where there is a lot of things to explore. I personally myself is a food blogger, so I insist my friends to go with me for a lot of cafes and restaurants apart from learning. So these are also all the experience you will be getting here, right? So that is how it looks like a day at SOIL. There are a lot of more things we do, but definitely if you want to ask anything specific, go ahead and ask to that, right? So right now, I guess we will start taking doubts. Devi, if you would like to take the stand and approach to the doubts.
Sure, Satyam. Sure, Satyam. That was a really great insight on how our day looks like exactly in SOIL. So, yeah, I have a question from Arnab Bandyopadhyay that can you tell me more about PGPM in HR? Because I'm interested in HR only. Is it different from PGDM? Thank you. Can a fresher apply in PGPM? So, hi, Arnab. First of all, we are not from the HR background, but I'll clear your query according to the overview that I have of HR. See, HR is the flagship of SOIL, and the opportunities in HR is at par with the opportunities in BLP, regardless of the fact that HR cohort is actually not with BLP. Known for its HR more than the BLP. And if you are so focused and if you want to change your industry from something to HR, then I'd say SOIL is a good option for it. Or else you can also connect with us in LinkedIn, and we can share with you some details of the students who are currently pursuing HR in SOIL, and you can have a very detailed, specific insight from them of how SOIL's HR work, and how does the HR program work at SOIL, and what are the necessities, what do they look for, how are the opportunities. See, the opportunities are really great because HR is the flagship of SOIL. So that's, I think that answers your query. And if you're looking forward to it, how is it different from PGDM? See, PGDM is a 2-year course. So I'd suggest, if you're a fresher and if you're not looking for, if you don't have any experience, maybe a PGDM in SOIL can be beneficial for you rather than a PGPM, because if you don't have any hands-on experience on the industry where you have full-time experience, where you have worked full-time with any company or any industry, or you have touched the corporate life, you have seen the corporate life. If you are a fresher, then I'd suggest a PGDM will actually inflict a lot of more knowledge on you. It'll instill a lot of know-abouts of how the industry works, of how the corporate works. So I'd suggest, if you're a fresher, then PGDM will be a better option than PGPM. But yeah, SOIL's PGPM also accepts fresher options as well. We have 2 or 3 freshers in our HR cohort,
3.
and they have, yeah, 3, and they all have bagged their packages as of now. They're already into companies, and I'll say that HR is almost 90% done with their placements. So yeah, if you are in a rush, if you want to get to the industry as fast as possible, if you're looking for only PGPM as an option, then yeah, there's no harm in joining PGPM as well.
Devi, I would like to add one more question what Arnav had. I think I have answered that on in short. So he asked that, can you tell me that with low CAT and ZAT, but in NMET I have 200 score, will I be getting admission, and how's the placement? Arnav, to address this question, there is no problem of applying. If you have a 200 score, that's completely fine. What SOIL looks more into a student is not only score. As Divya was mentioning about STAT, that is STAT, right? There will be a lot of things which you will be going through in the STAT process. It will be, for me, it was creating a video of myself, who I am. Apart from that, there was something, let's just say you have all the time and money in the world, what kind of organization you will be willing to create, right? So that was a small essay I had to write, and that will reflect my ideas, my thinking, how I am exactly, and what I have learned, right? So the STAT process will evaluate you in a more better way rather than NMAT, you can say exam or ZAT or CAT. Definitely, it's a small criteria. It's a part of it, but it's not the whole part. The whole part will begin the personal interview, the STAT process, your NMAT score or any score. So be okay with it, apply for it. Don't think about if there is a low score, then I will be not getting into it or something. It allows you to think about why exactly you are willing to join 1-year program. And there is no problem if you are a fresher and if you want to join 1-year HR. It's just that you have to be clear about, right? There are people who have joined in this batch and they were very clear about why we have come here and what we need to grab. And fortunately, they have also got placement. So that shows that they were very clear and they have got the opportunity, which they have leveraged very well. So Arnab, I hope this answer was helpful for you.
Certainly. So essentially, moving to the next question we have from Mr. Chinmay Danawat. With no work experience, which program should I apply for? Divya, would you like to take this on?
Yeah, sure. Like with no experience, I would suggest like you should go for PGDM rather than PGPM. But if at all you want to go for PGPM, then there's only one option for you, that is PGPM HR, because PGPM HR is the only course which allows freshers to get admitted into the course. But for BLP and for BLP marketing analytics, you have to have experience, at least 2 years of experience. Otherwise you have to go for PGDM. That's the only option for you.
I hope that answers your question, Chinmay. Because certainly, if you're looking for a specialization in marketing, analytics, or finance, a work ex of more than 2 years is preferred in SOIL. So HR is an exception that we have. They recruit freshers as well for the PGPM. but I don't think we have anyone in our BLP cohort who doesn't have any work experience. So that's all. I
Also, I
guess.
would like to add, Devi.
Yeah, yeah, Satyam, go ahead. Go ahead.
See, mainly, guys, it's not about comparing PGPM HR or PGPM BLP, because what I have seen here is that the expertise what teachers or professor bring here is completely diverse. We have seen, you can say, teachers who are teaching us who are from diverse background. They have been working on manufacturing, then they have been working on marketing specific, core marketing, and then right now they are working on startup. So when you are here, think about learning, right? And you have to create your roadmap for the next 4 to 5 years, what exactly you need to do, and what you are planning or how you look yourself, right? There are people who were working on sales and marketing, or who were working on core manufacturing, and they are right now doing HR course, right? And there are people who were into core analytics, or they were into IT industry, but they are here right now willing to learn marketing, right? So that shows your interest, and that is what we were talking about, restart your career, right? So you need to think about, yes, this is always good to take suggestions and talk to people who have more expertise, but it is you who have to take the decision and be clear about why I am here, why I want, what I exactly want to do with this 1 year of me giving to the soil or any college, right? So there is no comparison between HR or BLP. The expertise of soil has been great delivering their course, and apart from the company's perspective or placement, which will be very vital for you guys, you will be definitely getting very good companies. It's just that you need to also put that extra effort to stand out from the crowd, right? It always requires a good effort. Yes, there are some students who struggle, but I think the curriculum, how it is designed, it will give you that perspective or understanding of getting the right knowledge to get placed in the right company. So I guess that will also help you to understand more about why PGPM HR or why PLP.
Thank you, Satyam. Moving on to the next question we have. Can you please tell the admission process? Is there any GD or GDPI round? Yeah, actually, this is a different experience for all of us. The GDPI is certainly there. Before getting into soil, you have the admission process, usually has a process of group discussion and PI, but the process of group discussion actually differs in all the all the sessions that they have. For me, it was more of like we were given different sectors of a company, and we had to negotiate a deal between each other. So that was how our group discussion was driven towards. And for Satyam, I know that might be different. For Divya, might be different as well. So that's how they plan out their GDs. It's not like a conventional GD that you face in any other B school or any other interview process or anything like that. So be prepared for some, there's something surprising coming in your board. Apart from that, yes, you are going to have a personal interview as well, as you know, as it's the standard procedure for getting into any B school. So yes, there is a process of GDPI.
Devi, I would like to add few points.
Yeah, you can. Sure.
Starting from the start, there'll be a start test. You'll have to, it's a written test. You'll have to give, you'll be judged, you'll be evaluated on I think quants, verbal ability, and decision making ability. These three things will be there. And while you'll be filling your form before applying for the start thing, there'll be a life mapping question, and there'll be a one particular question which will be related to your life and your experience, which you have to answer. And remember, these two questions will be asked to you further during your interview. And before interview and after start, there'll be a group discussion thing, which is actually a simulation activity, wherein you'll be given different cases, and you have to come up with your approach. How will you approach? And there'll be two teams, and you will be part of one team, and you have to talk your best with all the logical points that you have. And after that, there will be someone who will be monitoring all of you, and he or she will be noting all the points that you have told there. And throughout this journey, whatever you have answered will be asked to you in your interview, and it'll be judged if you are able to like justify your answers that you have given earlier or not. And basis on that, your interview will be taken, and further it all depends on whatever you have answered and whatever you have justified. So that is what like that is what has to be go along with your interview process and the
So I guess
admission.
Divya has set up the base very nicely for the GDPI rounds that you're going to face. Apart from that, she has also cleared Arnab's question so far, I guess. He wanted to know more about the separate admission form it is given, and about more of the stat exam that you come across. So this is how your stat exam is going to look like. So it's more into decision making, and it's more into your life mapping question. So that's how about the exam for soil we have to apply separately or in the admissions form. Probably this is there in your admissions form. After you fill up your form, you're going to get the mail and you're going to attend the stat exam of soil. So you're going to be intimated about it from the college itself.
Yeah.
Is it online or offline? So these procedures will be online. The GD, the PI, and the stat exam, all of them will be online. For your reference, I'll be sharing a number in the chat box, which is of Mr. Sobhesh Ranjan, who takes care of the admission processes and admission. He's from the admissions team. So you can reach out to him directly for any of your queries regarding anything. He'll help you regarding that, regarding every all of your queries and all of your process related questions that you have. If you face difficulties somewhere while applying in the form, he'll help you in that regard. So I'll be sharing his number in the chat box. It will be helpful for you if you take it down. Okay.
And also, I would like to add something. When you apply for the admission part, automatically your submission will be submitted, and then you will be getting the window for also giving the stat test. Then the further process will go on. You don't have to give apply admission form differently and for the test differently. It's included in that, so you don't have to worry. But also keep in mind that once you are done with the admission form, guys, look in that window itself, you will be getting a you can say pop-up of the scholarships, right? So there are different scholarships. Like I have got defense scholarship of Bikram Batra scholarship, which is provided here from soil. There is need-based scholarship. There is merit-based scholarship. So you have to go through that, understand. If you find any kind of doubts, you can reach out to any of the you can say student from existing batch, or you can even interact to admission team directly. But keep in mind, you have to apply separately for scholarship, right? If you want that, you have to apply. Once your form for you can say scholarship is submitted, the team will review it and they will get back to you what kind of amount or whatever thing, or if you are eligible or not for the scholarship, right? So once you are done with the admission form, look out for two things. One, the window for giving the stat test. The second will be applying for scholarship, right? So these are the two important things which you need to look after.
So we don't have any. Okay, so we have a
We
new
have
question
another
from
question.
Abhishek. Will the interview process be offline or online mode? So it's going to be online, Abhishek. As I said earlier, it's going to be online. So the GD and PI will be online as a process. And for more details, you can. I hope the number is visible to everyone that I just put up in the chat. Satyam, could you confirm? Divya, could you just confirm if you can see it?
Yeah,
Yes,
just a
yes, sir.
second.
Yes, it is
You can.
visible.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
checked.
it is.
So for any further queries related to admission process, GD, PI, or scholarships, funding, anything, so you can contact Mr. Sobhesh Ranjan. He'll take care of it. Apart from that, do we have any more questions from the participants?
Please ask guys any kind of questions. I can see a lot of people here, but they haven't asked any kind of questions. So if anything is there you want to
You
understand.
also have a option where you can choose to be anonymous and you can ask anything you want. So it's no harm because I know there's a lot of things going on in your mind, and just don't think of anything to be, it needs to be specific. You can ask any doubt you have in your mind. or else we will be concluding the webinar we have.
By the time we get more questions, we should maybe like share our LinkedIn profile here so that if at all they have any more question, they can connect to us.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. We can do that.
I think one person is raising the hand, Sankha Viswas. You can just type your doubt, Sankha, in the chat box.
Yeah, she
Q&A.
wanted a LinkedIn profile, I guess.
Okay, we are just sharing that in just a few seconds.
We are sharing that in the chat box. You can connect with us anytime you want, and we will be looking forward to answer all your queries.
Any more question, guys? Anything anyone would like to bring forward or wants to know about? So also, I would like to add a few points. Like the placement, if you want to know that it will start, you can say start after August or September, you will get to understand the process will go on. You will be having your buddies. There is a nice concept here of placement buddies. So all the placement, you can say people who will be working for CMS team, they will be getting a lot of people onto their team, and then they will be guiding them throughout the process, what they need to do. They will be also organizing a lot of GD rounds or maybe personal interview rounds, which will help you to improve. Personally, for me, that has helped a lot. And the thing which Divya was also talking about, internal and external mentorship, it helps a lot, guys, right? When you talk to someone who has that expertise, you get a lot of things clear in your mind, right? Where you want to work, where you want to go. The perspective from the other side is really important when you are planning something big or very crucial for you, because it's like a breakthrough to your career. This 1 year will definitely bring a lot of things into your table where you might get confused sometime, but that is where the external mentors will be standing behind you to support every time. So these are the few, I can say, definitely USP of SOIL, which has helped us a lot. We were thinking before joining there whether these things are only told or whether it is executed actually or not. But being here, I can definitely say everything is true, and we get a lot of help apart from learning the curriculum. There are a lot of more things on your table which will help you.
Satyam, sorry to interrupt you. We have a very short time remaining, and there are a quick 2 questions that I need to answer.
Yeah.
Whether 1 year of PGPM is going to be considered as MBA in the job world. Yeah, Sankha, that is going to be considered as an MBA because we have uh, our first cohort started from 2008, and we have connected with our alumni, and they still are in, some of them are still are in the same organization they joined on their campus placement procedure. Apart from that, a lot of them have had a lot of switches in their career growth. Their career trajectory has been in a very nice growth graph. So yeah, it is considered in the industry as an MBA. So you don't need to worry about it, because the synergy of SOIL along with their alumni, mentors, and the students is extremely good, and they make sure that they take care of all the 3 disciplines accordingly. Arnab,
Devi, first of all, I would like to make some correction in the question. Like the question says 1 year PGDM, but it is 1 year course is called PGPM. That
yeah,
is graduate program in management, and PGDM is completely different. That is postgraduate diploma in management. So diploma in itself is a 2 year course,
2 year
and
course.
for 1 year we call it PGPM. And rest, like Devi has answered, like it is a valuable course. It will be considered as MBA. Don't worry, we are all placed here, and like we did not face any problem. We do not have to justify like if we have done MBA or not, so don't worry on that part. I just wanted to make this correction.
Sure. Arnab asks when are the classes going to commence. For us, it started from May 9th, as far as I remember. So, Arnab, you're going to be informed about all the details after you fill up the form and after you get selected from the college. So, probably a tentative time, if I give you, it will start probably from May 1st week or second week, maximum.
So I hope that's all from the side, right, Devi?
Yeah, I think it's time, and we have attended all the questions that we have in our question box.
Yeah.
So see you guys. That was a great session. Thanks for putting
And
up.
connect us in the LinkedIn if you have any kind of further doubts, guys.
Yeah,
We
you
have
can
already shared it. You
in the-
can connect us. We will be very much happy to help you guys, right? And
Yeah.
it was great interacting to you all. And I hope Devi and Divya have also enjoyed it. And definitely looking forward for you all
Looking forward.
and your doubts.
Okay, guys. I'm closing the web.